So a few weeks ago, I made a video like this, and a lot of you seem to enjoy it, so I figured I'd do it again. I have another story, and this one I think is interesting. It's kind of creepy also. My dogs are barking. He's flanking. Never mind. It's a bad call out. I'm home for spring break, so I'm still getting used to the sound cues in my house. Anyway, this one goes way back. Back in high school. Let me know also if you guys like these videos or not. If I should do more of them. I'll probably just pop them up here and there randomly. So let me know. Yeah, just a few years ago, I was in high school, and the reason that that's important, I'm going to explain why. So I don't know about the rest of the world, but in America, there's this little thing that we like to call the age of consent, and I am above that. Back in high school, obviously, I was a minor. I was not, supposed to be in a relationship with 50-year-old men. That'll be important later in the story. While I was in high school, I was on the track team. I ran track. I also ran cross country. I played lacrosse. I also played baseball when I was young, in basketball, in football, and I tried everything, and I was good at nothing. I was kind of good at track. But obviously in track and whatnot, you got to do workouts in the off season. So I went to one of my local parks to do a workout where I was just going to be running. And the coach gave me the workout. I drive over to this track. I get there. I get out of my car. I started warming up. I do my stretches. And so I'm doing my stretches, right? I was doing this one where I lift my knee up. And I don't know why my knee's purple. That's a different story for another day. So anyway, that's not really a very alluring stretch. It's not one that, you'd look at someone and be like, wow, like that's, wow. Do you know what I'm saying? But either way, whenever I go into a kind of a public space, I like to have very good awareness of my surroundings. I don't know if anyone else like this. Personally, I lean more kind of, on the anxious, kind of paranoid type person, I guess you could say. I don't know what you'd call it. I just like to be aware of people around me. I want to get flanked. I like to drone everything out. So while I've been doing my stretches, I've been taking tabs of kind of the people around me. Some guy over there, roller skating. There's a woman and her child, they're doing their thing over there. There was one man in particular who was sitting on a bench, and I noticed him because he had been staring at me from the moment I got out of my car and I walked down the sidewalk to do my stretches. He had sunglasses on, so I couldn't see where he was looking, but I could just tell. I don't know, sometimes I just have a sixth sense. I think other people do too, where you just know when somebody's looking at you, right? And so he has his sunglasses on and he's looking over here, but I can just tell, his eyes are this way, pointing right at my face. I hope it was my face. This actually freaked me out so much to the point where I literally, I stopped doing my stretches. I walked around his bench, took the long round, and started doing stretches behind him. So I could see how you might think, maybe I was being paranoid, and maybe I was being paranoid. Maybe there was nothing going on here. But listen to this. As soon as I change my mind, I walk around his bench, I start doing my stretch. He stands up and turns his body. Basically, he stood up and turned so that I was in his peripheral vision. Once he stood up, once he turned a little bit, I could see what he looked like. And the best way I could describe him is if you made Capital white and mixed a little bit of Warden in there. He was also ugly. Probably a 2 armor 2 speed. I just continued doing my warm-ups, keeping an eye on him, obviously. At this point, he's about 10 feet away from me, and he's pacing. 10 steps forwards, turn around, 10 steps backward. He's trying not to get kicked from the game for being AFK. I really need to stop. But this is the point where things go from normal to arrest the man. Right as I'm about to finish my warm-ups, go for my run, do my workout, whatever, right? I notice he's pacing towards me once again. And he's got his phone in his hand, walking with his phone, and he's holding it like this. Like it's a sidearm or something. And right as he's pacing by on his final lap, I hear 3 clicks of an iPhone camera. When you have vibration off and you take a picture and it's like click. So instinctively I look over and I notice his camera is ADS right on my, and then he quickly speed walks back to the bench and sits down. And I'm like, did this this guy just take a picture of me after he stalked me for 10 minutes? I was freaked out. So I just ran away. I was gonna go on a run anyway, so I just ran away from him. Sure enough, when I came back to my car, he wasn't there. But how stupid do you have to be? If I was good at, bro, turn your vibration off. Why is your vibration off in the first place? I might have told this story before. I wonder what he would have done if I didn't run away.